大家好，我是黑桐谷歌，欢迎观看我们这一期的地平线西之绝境的游戏视频解说。
Let's go. We have to find the core of this place.
There's so much metal.
Who built this place? Machines. Not like any you've seen before.
这里场景昏暗，然后有一些攀爬解谜，但都不是很难。场景里面给我们传达的信息也不多，所以这里可能会跳过的内容比较多。大干锅里自然是少不了防卫的机械生物了。这里这个是像袋鼠一样的这种机械生物。我这是一击重击打中了2个。
So this is a cauldron, where machines are born.
It looks like one, but if the land gods come and go, then they aren't just made here. They're being repaired too.
And the spirit you're after is in here?
Minerva? Maybe, but I have a feeling that's not all.
Those cables are glowing.
I've seen them before. They're like an infection. That thing I said, it wants us dead. It takes over places like these and makes killer machines. It's called Hephaestus.
Mountains projects.
Looks like those cables are blocking the way up. You two wait here. I'll find another path. This floor panel activated something. Looks like parts of those pillars are rotating. Maybe if I shoot the gears, I can lock them into place. Make a path up. That works! So, can you stand on that panel?
这里是有一个攀爬解谜，主要就是需要一个重物压住旁边的板子，然后呢，在这里的一个机关，用弓箭将其固定啊，就可以爬过去了。
How's it going up there, Aloy?
I think I'm getting close.
啊，不但我们要过去，我们还要帮瓦尔他们过来。
There should be a floor panel nearby to activate them.
Yeah. It reveals cliffs. This is on a machine. No, it's just a. And well, now you.
Okay, now I can cross. Got it.
The cables are moving.
They're drawing back. We can climb up that vent.
How do we cross? Cables are twisted around that node on the other side. I'll see if I can get to it.
We'll wait here.
All right, let's see what we can do. Come on over, you two. Who is that? Looks like there's another node on the other side, near that door.
Go do your
忙你的吧。
Well, not worry about running out. to get to that node on the other side. Okay, there's a platform down there. I think I can reach it if I glide. I think I can hitch a ride on one of those metal carriers. These carriers are moving a lot of weapons. What is Hephaestus up to?
Oh, above us. She's in the air.
Don't let go, Aloy!
Yep, wasn't planning on it. It's over. Time to let go. Hey, now what? There's the note.
Who is Hephaestus? What does it want with this place?
It's taken over facilities before to build deadly machines. But it wasn't always hostile. It used to be part of something good. Something called Gaia.
More of those cables covering that door.
I think we're almost at the core. Be ready.
Got your back.
Oh no. What has Hephaestus done to her?
Turn it into a weapon. Which sooner or later will be unleashed.
And then, plain song. If my people see what it has become, if one of our gods attacks them,
You know what we have to do. Laurel, are you ready? We have to get down there.
That dome of light. Is it protecting the machine?
Yeah. There should be a node I can override nearby to shut it down.
可以先搜刮点资源，做好准备以后再开打。开打的时候记得也要扫描一下机械，看看它的弱点在哪里。这个扫描之后叫恐角兽啊，它身上的零件部件非常的多，但是我们需要分辨一下啊，有些部件呢拆下来以后会有额外的高级资源，但是呢有些部件你破坏它的话会对它造成巨大伤害，但是同时呢也失去了获得这个部件零件资源的可能性。总之呢，就是如果你的伤害不够的话，就干脆就全破坏，哎，这样更容易把它杀死。包括那些可能会获得珍贵资源，然后破坏以后就无法获得的这个部位。后期如果你足够强大，哎，破坏它的其他的部件啊，不破坏这个高级的这个部位啊，也能把它击杀啊，那样的话可以获得零件，就等到后期伤害足够的时候再做的事。现在的话，我们就专注把它打败就可以。不过这个角我们还是可以获得一下的。破坏它的这个角，我们就可以获得额外的这个资源。哇，还有其他的这个小怪，我们还是要先清场。这是一场大混战啊，但是我们可以用我们的这个勇敢坚毅的这个大招，一口闷。这个药剂3级之后呢，即使这个大招3级的大招满级大招持续时间非常久，可以持续大概有5分钟。喝过之后呢，只要你不是刻意作死啊，几乎是全程战撸。不过要注意的是，这个技能只有在如果你升满级了，只有在它的这个勇气条长到最大最长的这一节的时候，才会有这个3级的效果。 那效果是能加1倍的抗性，并且呢是每秒恢复80点生命值，然后呢也会受你的其他的治疗加成的影响，可以恢复量更多更快。你看我们这个虽然说我们的血量不高啊，但是我们这个血条几乎不减。还有个长腿射，先把他们都干掉。我在找它翅膀上的这个可以破坏的零件啊，这样可以获得额外资源。它的翅膀上的零件也可以获得。好，现在是正片，都已经忘了它身上哪个零件可以打，先把脚破坏了。啊，又有资源，又有这个其他的这个杂兵，啊，好像还好。还是用脚喷火的，如果能把他的脚破坏掉的话，这个不但能够阻止他的这种攻击动作，而且还能获得额外的资源。这个滑铲的射箭有一个好处，一个是滑铲的时候本身自带这个减速效果，再有一个呢是在滑铲的时候呢，弓箭的蓄力速度会加倍。这个是游戏里面没有说过的，但是确实是有这样的效果。好，现在可以安心的打他了，先把脚破坏了。破坏了，然后赶紧捡起来。现在的这些破坏的部位零件掉到地上的话，还会此处电火花啊，方便玩家寻找。药效的时间快过了，重新把他身上的弱点再标记一次。肩部有号。还剩最后一下，来！哎呦，空了。
Warning a machine that nearly killed us.
It's still her god.
I do not grieve for a god or a machine, but because I no longer know what to believe. Look, so if you want, you can go back home. Do I still have one? And if so, for how long? Can you really heal our lands? Save my people? One step at a time. But it starts now. It's time to business. we go.
But there's more.
Like Aloy said, this is only the beginning.
从刚才的这个机械语音当中听出来，赫菲斯托斯他说他退回到网络云中啊。虽然我们的目的不是说制服赫菲斯托斯，但是呢，他刚才确实的应该是在这里出现过。他现在又逃走了。
My focus is showing holograms on it.
They look like machines.
Overrides. Knowledge on how to tame machines.
And you can learn this?
捡垃圾时间。
Wish I knew how to restore them. And there's data here from machines I haven't scanned yet.
啊，现在解锁刚备受的这个操控了。
Yes.
Let's press on then.
这里我们主要的目的是来找就是雅典娜的那个 AI 系统。雅典娜的这个 AI 系统曾经就是为了计算，然后呢关停天前法罗大军的这个加密信号的。
Welcome to the regional. Error. Unauthorized access detected.
That doesn't sound good.
Was that the school? Minerva?
密涅瓦是这个雅典娜的另外一个别称。这个也是因为罗马时期使得这个密涅瓦和雅典娜两个不同的神产生了混同。这个就和以前的说太阳神的话，大家首先会想到阿波罗，但实际上希腊神话里的太阳神是赫里奥斯，也是由于罗马时期的混同造成的。
What exactly was this place?
Seen anything like it before?
这个设施和以前的古迹相比啊，异常的干净，非常的干净。
There. That's our way out.
Error. Unauthorized access. Initiating facility lockdown. Stay out.
What's going on?
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here. And I think it's trying to keep us out. I'll scout ahead, see if there's a way to get us in.
You sure we shouldn't come with you?
Well, yeah, Minerva could be dangerous. Let me make sure it's safe.
Okay.
We'll be right here if you need us.
这里红的伤眼睛，我们还是剪掉一些吧。
Okay, I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
这里我们以后会经常来的，所以现在不用逛太细。
Alert. Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva. And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. Maybe I could look for a way in higher up the mountain. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. And we can start fixing the blight, the storms, and maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up? Aha, another shaft. Okay, now I've got to find a way to plug into this place.
Alert. System core penetrated.
Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Access denied.
It didn't used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good. Gaia. That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Light cease.
I think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her, like you used to be.
Misery will cease.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Minerva. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code. Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Scanning data. So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations, and you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to your companions? They will be here shortly.
Okay, but don't overwhelm them, okay? They don't have a lot of experience with things like, well, you.
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Laurel, Zoe. This is Gaia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
I will highlight the location of the lab on your focus. I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center, where Zero Dawn progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area.
那就刚好，这里本来就是一个作为运转的一个基地，一个中心。这里建议我们逛一逛，先认识认识这里的设施，知道这里是做什么的，以后作为行动基地。
What's all this?
This was intended as the main gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number
So
of
this
people
was
in here.
supposed to be
Or maybe just a
the
few
lab.
to start with.
That was its intended purpose.
I'm going to...
Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a
利用
look.
这个实验室里面的这个工作台，可以修复一些原本 这个只下载但是没有能够操控的机械。也就是说，操控的话算是一种高级的控制技巧，但是呢，你要先除了占领这个大干锅以外，还要把它的这个狩猎它的特殊零件，然后在这里解锁才行。因为这代的机械确实比以前多多了。
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy. When you are ready, return to the control room. We have much to discuss.
确实有很多要聊，信息量超级大。
Looks like an office.
Correct. This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad. What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for control center operatives.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
这里应该是厕所、马桶，不知道他们会不会用，至少不会在这里做饭吧。
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only able to restore functionality to part of this facility. In time, that may change.
Got it. Looks like another office.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Gaia did. With the help of machines.
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
So I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
这个如果任务提示旁边还有说让你探索基地的话，虽然说是可选啊，但是如果还有这个提示的话，说明还有房间没有探完。有一个比较容易忽视的地方，就是之前在地下这里有一个房间是服务器房。
What's all this stuff for?
This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data from the terraforming system. This is where it would have been stored. Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility.
好，那我们现在可以去找盖亚。有了盖亚之后呢，是我们一个相当大的助力，一个超级的人工智能。这对未来我们的进展帮助实在是非常大，而且能了解非常非常多的事情，所以我们要跟盖亚好好的聊一聊。
Hello, Aloy.
Hi. So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first.
一个一个来，都问一遍。
We're not going to be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving. Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach, procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Unfortunately, we cannot. Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
Maybe you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sobek with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades, prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away. A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Okay, so what's so far away and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship.
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed? They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait. The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
The sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system.
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere. To their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction. Instead of salvation. Well, this is not good. The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, a clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek, a subordinate? I don't think so. So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. Perhaps a way can be found to defeat their shielding.
Yeah, I hope so. Or I'm not gonna be winning fights against them anytime soon. You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin. The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades. The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was Far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
The 3 subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All 3 are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all 3 were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important. Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Given Hephaestus' importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me, rather than the other way around. A merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know. While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines. or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
And you can't do anything to stop it?
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful.
Yes, they appear to make for energy
Yeah, no kidding.
throughout every day. For assuming no,
So there's...
always.
I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions. What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed herself, the subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case you will be looking for a powerful computer of some kind. Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire. However, it appears to be in the middle of Tanakh territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it. What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location. My substratal geography data indicates that a major old-world settlement called Las Vegas was located there.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI devoted to water.
Agreed. As for Demeter, it appears to be located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Okay, so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory, Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
I think I'll head for Ether.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region. Though I will require Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere. Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit a summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
I do, don't I?
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that Elizabeth set the bar pretty high. She had a dream for you, for life on Earth, and a lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzenith, live up to her example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Thank you, Gaia. Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Varl?
Whoa! Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
这信息量给我们讲了有半个小时，超级长，超级多，不知道你们能不能看得下去。这里还有一个收集元素的控制台，不过我们现在还用不了。
Gaia, what is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them and restore the display. Okay, I need to bring Ether back for Gaia. Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit. But I could head back east first. Check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack.
Sure.
Yes. I think it'll be better this way.
After you, Aloy.
I need to head further west. To, get more of Gaia's components. Make her stronger. You two can stay here in the meantime. Gaia can help get you up to speed. I'm not trying to shut you out. It's like training.
Actually, I'm gonna go back east to get Erend. Bring him here. Look, allies, friends can help. We have a place to stay now, and like you said, Gaia can teach us, catch us up. It'll be okay.
Okay. Take these then.
One to wear, one for backup.
While you're at it, stop by Stone's Echo and look for Milu. Give her a message for Talana that I found a way over the mountains.
Will do.
Are you going with him?
No. After what happened in the cave below, I want to stay here a while. There is much I need to understand. Maybe by the time you get back, I'll have a thing or two I can teach you.
Looking forward to it. When will you be back?
I'm, I'm not sure. But hopefully I'll have one of Gaia's missing components with me.
Be careful out there. Even in Plainsong, we heard how the Tenakth clanlands are suffering from storms, machines, and now Regala.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Good hunting, Aloy.
Tenakth clanlands. Somewhere out there's 3 of Gaia's sub-functions. Who knows what else?
好，我们的下一个目标已经明确了。那么我们这期的视频就到这里，谢谢大家的观看，大家拜拜。